Amid the dance of galaxies and the fusion inside stars, there's a quiet yet profound force that builds everything we touch, see, and are. This is the electromagnetic force, and without it, the universe wouldn't just look different. It wouldn't exist in any recognizable form. Welcome to Infinity Beyond. In this segment, we explore the essential force responsible for light, electricity, magnetism, chemistry, and the very architecture of matter itself. Let's start at the atomic level. Every atom in your body, every carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen atom is held together by the electromagnetic force. It governs the attraction between oppositely charged particles, positively charged protons in the atomic nucleus, and negatively charged electrons orbiting them. This attraction is what keeps electrons bound to nuclei, forming stable atoms. Without it, atoms would fly apart. Molecules couldn't form. There would be no chemistry, no cells, no life. But electromagnetism isn't just about attraction. It also explains repulsion between like charges. This push and pull defines how atoms interact with each other, and it determines the shapes and behavior of molecules. It's what makes water wet, diamonds hard, and DNA spiral into its iconic double helix. At its heart, the electromagnetic force is described by quantum electrodynamics, QEED, a theory that combines quantum mechanics and special relativity to explain how particles interact via photons, the carriers of the electromagnetic force. Photons aren't just particles of light. They are also force carriers, constantly exchanged between charged particles. Every time two electrons repel each other, they're trading photons in a quantum tug-of-war. This invisible dance is what keeps the world from collapsing into chaos. Now consider what would happen if electromagnetism were even slightly stronger or weaker. If the electromagnetic force were significantly stronger, electrons would be pulled more tightly toward nuclei. Atoms would shrink. Chemical reactions would speed up or behave differently, potentially disrupting the stability of molecules essential to life. In contrast, if it were weaker, electrons might not bind to nuclei at all. Atoms would fall apart. The entire periodic table and the chemistry it enables would vanish. And that's just the beginning. Electromagnetism also gives rise to light, a form of electromagnetic radiation. From infrared to ultraviolet, from radio waves to X-rays, light enables us to see, to grow food, to warm our planet, and to transmit information across the globe. Our sun shines because of nuclear fusion, but the light it emits, visible and otherwise, travels to us via electromagnetic waves. And every glowing screen, every flashlight, every sunset is a product of this extraordinary force. The same force drives electricity. Electrons flowing through a wire, creating currents, powering cities, lighting up entire civilizations. It governs magnetism too, the mysterious alignment of spinning electrons that makes compasses point north and hard drives store information. Even more astonishing, electromagnetism links with the weak force in what's known as the electro-weak interaction. At high energies, like those just after the Big Bang, these two forces unify into one. Only as the universe cooled did they split into separate identities. This hints at a deeper unity in nature, where forces we now see as distinct are really different expressions of a single underlying reality. But perhaps the most important role of electromagnetism lies in chemical bonds. Every bond that holds atoms together in a molecule, covalent, ionic hydrogen, is mediated by the electromagnetic force. The double bonds in oxygen, the carbon rings in proteins, the molecular interactions in your brain, all electromagnetic in nature. Even life itself can be seen as a complex web of electromagnetic interactions, regulated by temperature, energy, and molecular shape. And it's not just biology. Electromagnetism controls the structure of stars, the behavior of plasma, the fields of pulsars, and the radiation emitted by quasars. In fact, electromagnetic radiation is how we learn about the cosmos. Telescopes that detect visible light, radio waves, X-rays, and gamma rays let us see across space and time, observing distant galaxies, exploding stars, and ancient cosmic signals that traveled for billions of years. So in a very real sense, electromagnetism is the messenger of the universe. It carries information, shapes matter, defines chemistry, enables life, and powers civilization. Yet for all its power, it works quietly, invisibly, in every breath you take and every heartbeat you feel. It's so deeply woven into reality that we rarely stop to consider how fragile it is, how a tiny shift in strength or behavior could erase everything we know. The more we study electromagnetism, the more it seems delicately tuned to allow for complexity, stability, and change. It's a force of both balance and beauty, and like gravity, the weak force, and the strong nuclear force, it reminds us that the universe is not just a place. It's a carefully constructed system of relationships, a masterpiece of interaction.